This young lady to my left right here probably needs no introduction to most of you. That if any of you went to Clay Elementary, you probably know Dr. Rush. Dr. Rush was an assistant principal at Clay Elementary for 5 years, and then she moved on to be the principal at Lipscomb and at Brighton. So she's been a principal at 2 schools, and now she currently serves as Dr. Pouncey's right hand as the executive director of special initiatives at the board. So without any further talk, I'm going to let Dr. Rush speak with you. Thank you for coming, Dr. Rush.
Okay. Good morning. To Principal Lee, administrator, staff, and the phenomenal students of Clay-Chalkville High School. Good morning, juniors and seniors. It is wonderful to see you all here. I bring you greetings from Jefferson County School Board. Dr. Pouncey probably would have been here, but he pretty much stays pretty busy, but I was honored when Mr. Lee asked me to come out and speak with you today during Black History Month. Might I say, some of you all I've seen, your faces are so familiar to me, being 5 years over in the Clay-Chalkville, the Clay area, working in the Clay-Chalkville feeder pattern. I feel that this is one of the best feeder patterns that we have in our Jefferson County School District. I take a lot of pride in Clay-Chalkville. I have a son that is in this feeder pattern. He is a student at Clay Elementary. And I just really hold this kind of like, this is like home to me when I come back here. So I commend each of you for all of your accomplishments that you are doing on a day-to-day basis, because you are the leaders of this building. You're the students, you're the juniors, you're the seniors, you're the kind of the big dogs that are around on campus. So I applaud you this morning for all that you are doing. This morning I'm just going to talk to you just a few minutes in honor of Black History Month, but this is just not necessarily for Black history. This is for any day. It's 365 days of positive and encouragement for you all to grow and be productive citizens and be the very best that you possibly can. I simply titled, Hidden No More. Most of you understand that the word hidden means not seen, can't see, not understood, behind closed doors. Black History Month does not begin with slavery in America. When we truly study history, our history, we learn that many kings and queens whose memories remain hidden from the public. People like King Hubal, who was said to be the greatest military leader of all times. Queen Zariah, who was a great diplomat and a military leader. There's also King Massima, who ruled Mali. And in today's currencies, that place was at value about $400 billion. Now, I don't know about you, but I didn't learn a lot about these people, but it gave me a lot of pride to know that these people existed. And it also gave me a lot of hope to think about everything that they went through at that particular time and were known as being great military leaders and rulers for their areas. In the beginning in America, there were great African Americans that gave us a tremendous amount to stand up on and be very prideful in what we do today, regardless of your race, whether you're African American, whether you're white, whether you're Black, whatever you want to call it. These people laid a large foundation for you to stand up on, and you should take pride in that and take full advantage of it as well. You have W.E.B. Du Bois, who was widely recognized as a significant figure. He pursued social justice, and he was a pioneer in scholar research. He was a man beyond his time when it comes to knowledge. No matter how many times he was told what he couldn't do, he decided he could do, regardless of the circumstances that he was in. He was one of the ones that helped establish the NAACP, who we know provides a lot of outlets, not just for African Americans, but for those that sometimes equality does not fall for. You also have Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumpler. I did not know this until I was doing some research, but I thought it was so interesting to say that she was widely considered by historians as the first African-American woman to become a physician in the States. Now, young ladies, we know sometimes we're not looked upon as some of the stronger ones in the area, but this gives you hope, because against all of her odds, as being an African-American woman, she rose to the occasion, and she was one of the first doctors in our state. So that in itself should give you the pride to know that you can do anything that you want to do when you set your mind to it. Both Du Bois and Crumpler found ways to make a difference even though they were limited by their circumstances. The years of American proceeds as promise for equality were often met with segregation and separation. Even during these times, black men and women were able to use their gifts to make a tremendous contribution to society and the world. How many of you seen the movie Hidden Figures? I saw it. I took my son to see it, and I thought it was one of the best little kept secrets that a lot of us didn't even really know about. Until that movie came out, until all the dialogue came out about it to promote it, I had no idea that that existed. As there were African-American women that set forth, Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson, along with many other African-American women who were responsible for the space program. They did a phenomenal job in setting forth to provide the knowledge and the know-how to do jobs that for many years only males were expected to be able to do. Again, they went above and beyond what they were expected to do because that was something that was within them. That took a lot of math and that took a lot of science that they didn't think women could do. But as you can see, we are just as well and can do just as much. Even now, African American and people of African American descent are used their own hidden gifts and talents to make great contribution. You have people like in our own native of Birmingham, like Reuben Stutter, who was known as being a football player and was really good at it. But it wasn't that he got his success until he went to American Idol. You have singers like Yolanda Adams, who was a teacher, a kindergarten teacher for many years that provided so much to the youth of Texas, and then she became one of the best known gospel singers that we know. She took pride in taking her kindergartners to areas where they could not. She taught kindergarten in some of the most poverty-stricken areas in Houston, and she gave those children hope when no one else would. And there's also people like a local artist, Steve Skipper, who's a native of Birmingham, who struggled with an addiction, but before teaching himself how to paint. And he is now known throughout the world as one of the best artists we have in the world. So you have a lot of pride that's right here in Birmingham. You have a lot of pride that is throughout that gives you the pride to be the best that you possibly can. While all of this is a wonderful history lesson, we all have been created to serve in a purpose for the present and as well as the future. Whatever your gift or talents are, it is up to you to use them. While others may do something similar, it is your uniqueness, your creativity, your passion that will help impact the community. Whatever your gift is, don't be ashamed of it. Don't hide it from the world. You never know what that gift can provide for someone else. Whether it's being a scholar, don't be ashamed of it. Whether it's being the very best athlete you possibly can, don't be ashamed of it. Sometimes just being a great listener is a positive way. Show pride with your teachers by doing the things that they expect you to do, doing the things that they set forth for you to do. Know that one day the knowledge that they're giving you is going to pay off tremendously when you become that productive adult, that someday we may be sitting back as being retired and you're having to go out and strive and fill the places where we have then left open for you all. It is up to you to take the gifts that were given to you and make the best of it. You're juniors and seniors in this high school. Within the next 2 years, most of you or all of you will be gone. It is time for you now to be thinking of what do you want to do in life? What do you want to provide in life? How do you want someone to look at you? What legacy do you want to leave for people knowing here at this school with your teachers, your administrators? What do you want to leave in your community? What do you want to do with your gift, your hidden talent that you've been blessed with to be able to utilize and turn your communities and your schools around? So I'm challenging you today. Be the very best that you possibly can. Take pride in what you do. Take pride in yourself. Be a positive role model for yourself first, but then be a positive role model for your peers. Be something that makes your teachers proud to know that they had some type of impact in your life. Know to make your parents proud because there's nothing more greater than a parent to see a child being successful and they're bringing them up in the right way. Always know that you have people that you can talk to in your schools, regardless of the fact. Think positive, be positive, and always set the best foot forward. So today you have a new challenge, whether you're starting fresh today, starting fresh this week, and if someone hadn't told you all week, today, that you are tremendously great and you have a talent to provide to this school and you have a talent to provide to this community. So I challenge each of you to go out and do it. I believe in you. Jefferson County School District believes in you. I know your teachers believe in you. I've had tremendous conversation with some of my former students that's coming in and out of the gym this morning, and they speak so highly of the teachers that are here. They take pride in what you give them. So I say thank you to you as being a product of an educator at one point in time, but I still consider myself continuing to do education because it is up to all of us to provide the very best for these students, plus all students in Jefferson County. So again, students, my hat is off to you to make it this far. Now let's start today looking to see what we can do to change and continue to grow and be the very best that we are. It doesn't matter if it's Black History Month or if it's spring or summertime. Regardless of the fact, you should always put your best foot forward and do the very best and let yourself, your gifts, your hidden gifts be shown. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Dr. Rush. Administrators, we're going to dismiss. Teachers, we'll dismiss.